Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another whiskey review. Today, being the first of the month, I'm checking out another 18-year-old Scotch. This is the Glenlivet 18 single malt. So, as usual, here on Rabbit and Red Reviews, I will go into a nose, taste, finish review, talk a little bit about the value, give you my final thoughts and a score, leave you with the malt music. First, let's take a look at the Glenlivet 18. So, Glenlivet is a distillery that few people have not heard of. This is probably one of the biggest Scotch single malt distillers in the world. They're right up there with Glenfiddich. They're both located in the Speyside region of Scotland. And you know, the 12-year-old actually at Glenlivet is the one that most people have heard of. But they have just tons of different stuff in their line. You walk into any airport or restaurant here in the United States, probably anywhere else in the world, Glenlivet 12 will be on the shelf. This is its older cousin, the Glenlivet 18. And so we're going to check out what this one brings to the table with that extra 6 years of maturation. So first and foremost, let's take a look at this bottle. There you go. Pretty classy presentation. They got this kind of metal thing glued on here. What's it got to say? So this is bottled at 43% ABV, which is 86 proof. Glenlivet 18-year-old is the perfect expression of age and elegance. Elegance, complex, oak and fruit, an enticing bittersweet symphony. Okay. When George Smith established the Glenlivet distillery in 1824, his single malt whiskey reflected the conviction that only the best would do and was acclaimed as the highest assurance of quality. Okay, so it does say George and LG Smith Limited here embossed on the bottle. No mention here on the bottle itself about added color or chill filtration. So we're going to have to assume that they've probably added color to this and it's chill filtered. That unfortunately does seem to be the standard with these huge companies like Glenlivet. Comes in this really classy looking box. This one's actually quite nice. I like this even more than most. Interested for those who have been drinking Scotch for a while, do you guys keep these or do you just toss them out? For the most part, I just toss them out unless there's one that I really like. But feel free to drop what you do in the comment section. I'd love to hear about it. So yeah, a bunch more here on the back, kind of talking about the Glenlivet. It does give some tasting notes, which we will forego for now. And yeah, no mention here about natural color or chill filtration. So we're going to assume that this is chill filtered and natural color. Okay. So that's the rundown on the Glenlivet 18. Since this is an older Scotch, I have had this sitting in the glass for about 15 minutes. Take a look. Obviously, they've added color, considering it doesn't say otherwise on the label, but that's what it looks like. It's a good idea with older whiskeys like this to really give them a chance to open up. And so that's why usually with something that's 18-year-olds or older, I'll usually let it sit for, 15, 20 minutes sometimes if I can. It's often said that you should leave it a minute in the glass for each year in the cask, so 18 minutes or something like that. But, whatever works best for you. I've also had this open for a while. It's been open for about 2 months, so this has had a chance to open up quite a bit. Okay. Let's get into it. So right away on the nose, it's just really, really inviting. Nothing overpowering, but it's kind of all, there's a bunch of little things happening all kind of at once. Apple, like a warm apple cinnamon, like apple cinnamon cake or something like that. Because it's almost got a butteriness to it. There's a little bit of floral. And definitely sweet like honey, vanilla, caramel. The apple cinnamon is kind of what's standing out the most. Pretty complex on the nose, and yeah, like I said, really inviting. Getting a little bit of oak too, a little bit of oak spice. Maybe not much. That's about all I'm getting out of it. Okay, let's give it a taste. Let's launch. The arrival is medium bodied, starts right away. It's like a little pinch of pepper and then kind of this creamy, like hazelnut, French vanilla kind of thing. But as it develops, it really, really kicks into gear. Kind of a light cocoa, kind of some of those bourbon notes, light cocoa, kind of burnt toffee type thing going on. There's fruitiness too, but it's, you know, the apple is still a little bit there, but I'm getting other things. It's kind of like peach, mango type thing. Yeah, that apple crisp, cinnamon apple thing still really working well in this. And then, yeah, and then there's this, there's a vanilla, but it's like a sweet, it's almost like vanilla icing that you would have on like a cake or a pastry or something. Really, really good. Wow. Wow. This is good stuff. Really good stuff. The finish too is, it's about medium. Everything is just kind of subtle and restrained, but it works so well together. It's gently warming apple, kind of like an almondy marzipan thing. So almost, you know, that kind of hazelnut almond thing that's going on again. Brown sugar and that cinnamon sugar. Yeah, wow, this is quite good. When I got this originally, I was a little bit skeptical. As you know, Glenlivet 12 is good, but it doesn't blow me away, and so I wasn't really expecting a whole lot more with this 18, but I'm really surprised. Let's put a little bit of water on this and see what else we get out of it. Not going to put too much. It is only 43% ABV. So the nose changes a bit. A little bit less apple, a little bit more oak. Not much else changes though. Maybe a little bit of citrus. I don't know. Lemon, hard to tell. Let's give it a taste. Wow, this is dangerously sippable stuff. The addition of water, it almost evens things out even further, if that's even possible. The kind of pepper bite that I mentioned that you get on this right away, neat. It's kind of subsided. It's rounded things off a little bit. Maybe actually made it a little bit less dynamic. I mean, this isn't a dynamic single malt by any stretch. Everything, like I mentioned, is rather subtle and refined and kind of working in harmony quite well. Nothing is really hitting you over the head with, you know, intense flavor. But the water actually has evened this out further. The finish still medium, apple, marzipan. There's that little floral. There's almost a little grassy note in this as well. All right, y'all. Wow. So one more look at that bottle. Glenlivet 18. So run you, in the US, the price is actually, it varies quite a bit. You can find this as low as $85 up to $120. I'll be honest, regardless, I think it's worth the purchase. Most 18-year-olds are in that one, you know, on the lower end of 18-year-olds are in the 100 to 120 range these days. So this isn't that's not out of line by any stretch. And this one's more than worth it. To be honest, I really love this pour. Like I said, after leaving this open in the bottle for about 2 months, it's really taken off. It's showcasing kind of this really just amazing sippability, this really subtle complexity. I could see enjoying this under a whole bunch of circumstances. I mean, it would be a really good fall sip. It would be, you know, even good in the summertime like it is now. I mean, it's light enough, but it also just has all these just delicious kind of muted spices and stuff in it. It's just really incredible. This is going to be close to the top of my list for go-to Speyside whiskeys at this price point. And this price point really can't be beat. Like I said, you might be able to find this on sale for $80, maybe less. Buy it with confidence. So my score on the Glenlivet 18 is going to be it's going to be a generous one. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5, which is highly recommend buying the bottle. You will not be disappointed. This is guaranteed to please. All right, y'all. So with that, we're going to close up another episode of Wrapped in Red Reviews. And before we go, I will send you to your malt musing. We'll catch you next time. Sláinte.